Hi lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup.misfit, and I'm really looking forward to this 50 Shades of Green update. So if you've been watching the past few videos that I've done on this, I only started this a couple months ago just because I wanted to do a test run to see if A, I even liked doing this project, and B, if I wanted to continue this for the next round starting in April, the new 50 Shades color. And I do. I think I do. I'm really excited about the color that has been chosen. It was actually announced after or before I posted my last update, but I didn't see it until afterwards. So that's totally cool though. Starts April. I'm really excited about that one. So I do think I'm going to continue on with this. And I also think I'm going to continue the same structure that I've been doing for this round, which is just keeping 10 or so products in at a time so I don't feel so overwhelmed. I want this to be just kind of really chill and relaxed. I want most of my projects to be like that. I don't want to stress out and focus too hard on one thing. But at the same time, I do want to make sure I'm getting use on my products. And this project, alongside my Pan Your Name project, I find they're good ways to work through the products that I have in my collection that I wouldn't work on unless they were in a project. So I really do like the projects like this for that reason as well. I can make sure that I'm getting use on certain products that would just normally be sitting in my collection collecting dust. Even though panning, you are mainly focusing on like whatever you're currently panning on, and if you're not using those other products, it does tend to still happen. But you know, having a few projects on the go, I'm able, and keeping them rolling like this, I'm able to pull in what I want to work on, what I feel like needs some use in my collection, get them knocked out, or hit whatever goal I have on them. So I really do enjoy this project for that aspect as well. So that being said, I have a few products sitting here in front of me, so let's get into this update. So first, most of these products are still from the intro, which was only a couple of months ago. And the first one being this Dove spray. This is in Cool Essentials. I did think that I was going to be finished this by this update, but I had more in here than I thought I did. There really is not a lot left. I would be surprised if I made it until the next update, but you never know. This is something I use daily, so there is a very good chance that it'll be knocked out beforehand. But I'm going to keep it in. I'm not going to roll anything in for this just yet. But this is one that is still in this project. Now, the next item I have some thoughts on. This is my Sephora Peppermint Lip Scrub. Now, when I purchased this, I thought it was a lip balm. Turned out it was a lip scrub. I was a little disappointed. I have used this much of it. I was going to say quite a bit, but it's not really quite a bit. I don't like this at all. So, sorry. I have used this prior to this project. That's where most of the usage came from. But using it now, it's a very weird texture. It's like soft, but it's like chalky at the same time, and crumbly. So the little scrub bits that are on here, they stay on my lips. I have a hard time getting them off. I feel like it's almost like a balm once it's on, and then you have the scrub bits in there, so it's hard to kind of take them off. I don't like it. I also find that it kind of turns white when I put it on and turns my lips almost like a shade of blue. After a few minutes, like I get that this is like a light mint green color, but I don't think it should be turning my lips blue. Like it's just a weird white blue shade. I don't know. I don't like this. It doesn't work. Like I never really thought it did work, and it's not going to work for me. I do want to find something that is going to work though. I do have something coming in. I purchased on the last day of the Sephora sale. I just bought some basics, so I was looking to see what they had besides this kind of stuff, and I did find something that I was kind of curious about trying. So once that comes in, I'm gonna give it a go for a little bit, and I may replace this product with that new one. I do think that the Maybelline Baby Lips works for me, like in the blue container. I think it does in the summer. I don't know about the winter though. That's the only problem. My lips get really dry in the winter, and really I'm only reaching for this just a little bit because I don't like it. So I just tend to throw just the tiny bit on the center of my bottom lip and the center of my top lip, and only when I feel like my lips are gonna start bothering me. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna keep this in until I can find something. Hopefully the product that is coming in, I should get it within the next few days. Hopefully that's going to replace this and actually work for me. But for now, it'll stay in. But I really don't like it. So the third item that I have in here is my Glow Recipe Avocado Sleep Mask. It has a longer name than that, but not going there. This is probably going to be in here for the long haul and probably past this project as well, which is totally fine. I only use this at night, and I really only use a little bit. I have been trying to use this every night, or at least every second night, because there is another eye product that I like to use at night. That little bit right there I kind of dug into last night, and I spread it under both my eyelids or under both my eyes, and I still had quite a bit left over. So I really don't need a whole lot of this. I don't like putting too much eye cream on during the day or night, so I do feel like this is going to be in here for a while. I feel like my goal on this is just to hit the bottom of the jar, but at this rate, that might not happen, which is fine. As long as I'm making progress and getting really good use on this project or on this product, which I have been since I've rolled it into here, I'm happy. This is one of those products that was just kind of sitting there. I'd reach for it once in a blue moon, but even at that, I would go and just forget about it. Either I wouldn't wear an eye cream at night because I'd forget to put something on, or I would wear my Sephora one that I usually wear during the day. I would just use something in place of this. So I'm happy that I'm getting a little bit of use on it, more than what I was previously. So next, I have these two items which go hand in hand. They are my Moroccan hair oils. We're going to skip right past these because I have not even opened them yet. The hair oil that I'm currently using, I feel like is going to take me quite a while to get through. I have maybe about a quarter of it left, and I use it every time after I wash my hair, but I feel like I don't use a whole lot of it, so it's probably going to last me a while. I don't even know if I'm going to get to those two or even one of them before this project's over, but they're gonna stay in here. We'll see how my other hair oil goes, and if I happen to open one of these, I'll at least be happy at that point. My goal was to finish both of them. One of them I would have been happy with. Don't even think I'm gonna get there, but that's okay. Moving on, my next product, which was more of a fun product for me, was my Melt Gemini palette. And after the first month, I think last month it was then, I had put a 10 use goal on here. I've used it a total of 3 times. So I have 7 more to go. I'm actually wearing the third look today. I have reached for this side of the palette a little bit. It was mainly just this shade, actually, now that I think about it. I don't think I reached for, was that Mochi? I don't think I reached for that shade today. So I threw Leo. Leo is what I put in my outer corner, and I blew it into my crease, and it was a lot more than what I was expecting. So I sat there and blended it out quite a bit, and then I actually liked it a little bit more. Then I went ahead and threw this shade here, which is Laura Lee, and I decided it would be a good idea to put that in the inner corner. Didn't like it. So then I went in with Luna, and I went to go blend that out just to diffuse it. It wasn't the greatest, so I kind of just blended the two together for a little while. But the shade that I put on my lid was not from this palette. I'm pretty sure these are the only 3 shades that I used from this palette today. The shade that I put on my lid kind of pulled the whole look together, so I like it now. It's just a trust the process kind of thing. So these melt palettes, if you saw my Pan Those Eyeshadows finale for this year, you would know that I had the Rust palette in there. I did have a few thoughts, and I did say that I feel like I prefer this palette over the Rust palette. And formula-wise, I do think there is a bit of a difference between them. Mind you, I really haven't used the Rust palette a whole lot, so I kind of want to sit down, just play with the two of them, blend them together, work them together, see what I like, what I don't like. I'm not going to get rid of either of them. I do like them enough to keep them in my collection. I'm not going to declutter them at all. But I do think that this palette, formula-wise, is a little bit better. I think it's a little bit not as stiff, maybe that's what it is. I have a hard time, I feel like, with the mattes in the Rust palette, whereas this one, like I said, when I went to go throw Leo into my crease and my outer corner, like it was like everywhere. So I feel like I just have a harder time blending and getting the mattes in the Rust palette to work, whereas these ones just seem to kind of like blend easier and go on easier. So I do want to work with the two, and maybe I can hit my 7 uses or get closer to hitting my 10 use goal by playing around with this palette and the Rust palette. But I'm good on purchasing melt palettes for the next little while. I don't know if I'll ever actually repurchase another one. If it's this formula, there's a chance, but even at that, I don't need any other ones. I have this one, the Melt Rust, and the Radioactive, which I haven't used a whole lot either. So I'm content with what I have. But again, this has 10 uses. I'm sitting at 3. I'll try and play around with this. It's hard because I'm just not gravitating towards it. Whereas this time last year, this was like in my Alice in Wonderland project. I pulled it in October, and I think I had a 10 use goal on it, and I used it no problem. I loved reaching for it at the time. So I think it's just a matter of not gravitating towards it, which is making this difficult. But I will get there. I promise I will hit the 10 use goal before April. I'm hoping before the end of, well, I was going to say the end of winter, but here last year winter went till June. So hoping before the end of February, which is when I think winter should end. I think it should end sooner than that, but that's a whole nother story. So end of February is my goal to hit those 10 uses. I have 7 left to go. It is November. That's a couple of months. I think I can get 7 uses done within the next 2 or 3 months. Now, one product that I have absolutely loved from pretty much the beginning of owning this is my replica matcha meditation, and this is completely finished. I finished it off this morning. It is a very bittersweet moment. I love this. Like when I first purchased it and I wore it, I really wasn't sure, but it didn't take very long for me to realize that I do enjoy this product. I love the smell of it. Like the fact that it was matcha is what made me want to purchase it, and I kind of had a feeling I was going to love it. I just didn't realize how much I was going to love it. So one day I would like to have this back in my collection, but I do have other perfumes that I need to find, and I want to go through and just work my way through what I have before I bring anything else in. I do like the size. I think a larger one would be nice. Just because I know I enjoy this one, but I feel like this size is good to start off with if you're not quite sure, if you don't get those little sample testers that Sephora gives out or whatever. This is a good size to start. It is a little pricier as a test, but if you get it on sale, it's not so bad. I think this lasted me about a year, so it's not so bad. And I tend to wear it like pretty regularly, so a little bit less than a year if it was on like a consistent basis. But I have so much perfume that I want to work my way through. I'm not just going to focus on one until it's gone. And I do like layering. I layered this one with the Champagne Toast, and I really liked pairing those two together. I enjoyed how that was. So I would really love to have this back in my collection one day. I will. It might just take a little while. So last update, I rolled in a few products, so that is where we're at now. So first, I rolled in the Bath & Body Works Beautiful Day hand soap. This was brand new. I hadn't quite opened it yet. I still had a little bit left in the previous one, which I think was called Cool Cucumber Mist or something like that. So I'm sitting at half. I did use that one for a little bit longer. And then I had reached and started using this one. So this is where we're sitting at now. So I do think that this will be done by the next update. This is my last Bath & Body Works soap. So what I might do is just buy a refill of another kind and put it into this bottle, or I have another bottle. I can't remember what the scent was though, but it kind of matches my bathroom, so that's why I have like the green ones. And just throw another one in here and then just use this and just keep the dispenser, but the soap will be gone. So I do think this will be gone by the next update. I really like this one as well. I do like those foaming hand soaps by Bath and Body Works, but sometimes they're just a little too expensive to purchase. So, if you saw my last update, I rolled in this Clinique 7-day scrub. It's an exfoliator. So let's have a little chat. I haven't opened this one yet. And if you've ever watched any of my videos and you've heard me say, I don't like cutting open my products. So I was having a hard time getting anything out of here. I kept this in my shower. That's where I would use it. I had a hard time getting anything out. So I took it out of the shower. I left it on my sink. And I could feel like there was so much more product in here, but I was having a hard time getting it out. I'd unscrew the lid, tried squeezing it out, but I could still feel like there was a lot of product in here. And I wanted to completely finish this before I was starting this one. So I cut this open, and my God, was there a lot in here. There still is product in here. So technically, I haven't rolled this one out yet. This was its replacement. I'm going to keep them both in here. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm hoping that within the next couple of months I can get this out, and then I will start on the Clinique one, and then that's just going to be my daily, or not daily, but my exfoliator that I reach for. So yeah, we'll have to see how much use I can get out of here. It might not even take a couple of months because it's probably going to dry up before then. I don't like cutting my products for that reason, and I think it's just, I don't know, looks kind of dumb. But for this project, or for this product, I really wanted to get out as much product as possible. Normally, once I can't squeeze it out anymore, I let it go. I don't cut it open. And I try to squeeze product out like for a few tries after I know I can't get anything out anymore. So I really do make sure that I try to get everything that I can out of it. But just by like feeling it, I could tell that there was a lot more product in here, so I wanted to make use of that. So this is still in the project, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. So then going to this one, I haven't opened it. I will start to reach for this one after the Ole Henriksen one is finished. This may take a little bit longer, but no big deal. Then last but not least, I rolled in a lotion from Bath and Body Works. So this I like much better than those like thick body creams. I do have a few of those brought into my collection just recently because the aromatherapy line had them on sale. But that being said, I do prefer these ones. They're a lot thinner. So when I started, I was just sitting right under this part of the H. So it looks like this is what I've used, but I have used more than this. It hasn't completely settled yet. I used it this morning. So when I'm looking inside, I don't even know if I can see in the light, but and I'm looking inside the bottle, it looks like it might be closer to about here. So I'm hoping that this will settle, and if it does, then I will take a photo of it and I will post it. If not, this is what it's looking like, but just know it is a little bit smaller than, or lower than that. So I'm hoping that I can get this out within the next few months, because that would be pretty awesome. Like I said, I do enjoy this one much better than those creams because those are just way too thick for me. This one, I like how thin it is, but yeah, is what it is. So this will be in here for another few months, but I'm okay with that. So that being said, I'm rolling out one product. I will be rolling in one product, and to replace my matcha meditation, I'm going with this Dark Kiss by Bath and Body Works. Now it is a little bit of a stretch, but you can see like right along the edge of these leaves, they are kind of like green teal color. So I love this, and if you saw my Pan Your Name round 3 intro, I rolled in Forever Red. I think pairing these two together for this time of year is just going to be absolutely gorgeous. I'm so excited for it. So I want to use this up as much as I can. I'm probably going to keep this in here until the end of this project and see how far I make it. I don't really want to set like a goal to somewhere on the bottle right now. I just want to keep this in, see how much use I get over the winter with this and with Forever Red. Pairing them together, I think I'm really gonna love it. So I just want to see where I end up at the end of April. This one's going to be in here for the long haul. I'm totally fine with that. I love this scent like so much. So that is my update. This was much longer than I thought, but it was a very rambly explaining video, but that's okay. It is what it is. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this update. I will see you guys all later. Bye.